Alright, good morning and welcome to day 7 of Ralston's big adventure. So last night we slept in that shelter, which we thought would be a good idea because we thought it was going to rain. It didn't end up raining, but it got really foggy. But that was not a good sleeping experience. I really don't think I slept at all last night. You know, when people tell you that they don't snore, don't believe them, they snore. That was a problem. You know, mine weren't too bad. I don't think I had any run across me in the night. I think I was also a little sketched out all night about that, so I think that's why I didn't sleep either. But we were also crammed in there so you couldn't like spread out without kicking somebody or whatever. But the plan today is to go 16 miles into Long Branch Shelter. We're gonna hit the 100-mile mark. It's also 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, May 1st. I hope that the fog clears up today pretty early, just because I would like to see some stuff. But the one thing I am glad about the fog is it's gonna be cool, which we've not had a lot of cool days so far, which will be nice. But yeah, I'm freaking pooped. Got 16 miles to go. Then tomorrow, it's gonna be like an 8-mile day down into Franklin, which is gonna be a big motivating factor today to get through the 16 miles. But I'm gonna go ahead and eat some breakfast, get my stuff together, and then hopefully get out of here in like 20 minutes, which is nice because I didn't have to sit in my tent, so that was a plus. But yeah, that's the plan today. So a couple people wondered how you use the bathroom on the AT. There's two ways. You can dig a cat hole and poop in the woods, or you can use a privy, which is basically an outhouse that they've put in at every shelter. So here it is. All right, for my first privy experience, that wasn't so bad. All right, so it's 8:07. We've got our rain ponchos on in case it just starts coming a downpour. We've got a climb pretty much right off the bat up Standing Indian, and then pretty much all downhill from there for, I guess, 16 miles, and that's the plan. But it's a nice, cool, foggy morning. So yeah, hopefully the sun will come out a little bit so we can see some stuff, but as far as just like the coolness, can't beat this. All right, so visibility this morning is just absolutely minimal. You can see about 30, 40 yards ahead of you, and that's it. Hopefully it'll clear up once, you know, it starts getting later in the day and warmer. But as of right now, I mean, you cannot see really anything. So, I don't know who designed the trail up to Standing Indian, but bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. I think this was a lookout. But anyway, it is just gradual switchback after gradual switchback. Okay, that was nothing. I mean, that was just a beautiful, beautiful ascent up to the top of this here mountain. And now, we're really in the clouds on top of this ridge. And it's getting a little windier. But man alive, we love those gradual switchbacks up the mountain. Man, that was an easy climb. We love to see it. All right, so it has been a super easy morning. I mean, this weather honestly could not be better. We're, you know, conserving a lot of water because we're not sweating a lot of it out, so we're not as thirsty. Also, the trail's been absolutely perfect. And so we've already covered 3.2 miles in a little over an hour, which is pretty stinking good as far as pace goes. But yeah, it's just, you know, we woke up this morning and it was really foggy and we were like, oh, this is gonna be gross. We're gonna have to hike in the rain. But honestly, could not have worked out better. Especially after the last week, which was hot. And so, yeah, it's been good. And I'm excited to conserve some water today just by not sweating. Because I feel like I've just lost so much water through sweat that it's made me dehydrated. But today, it's not the case. So, yeah, it's been a great morning so far. All right, so now that the fog is cleared off, I think it's because we're also lower down top of the mountain. We were kind of in the clouds, but visibility is much better. But still cannot see kind of like any big views or anything, which I mean, like, whatever. I'm just really enjoying the coolness of this day so far. But yeah, here's the trail. So word on the trail is that there's been quite a bit of bear activity in this part of the trail over the last couple days. I know Bryce said that he saw one yesterday, probably, I think he said 50 yards ahead of him. But I know at one of the shelters that was before the one I slept in, they had a problem with bears getting their food. We were totally fine last night. No food was gotten by a bear, but hopefully we'll see one soon. Okay, so it is 10:09. Been hiking for about 2 hours now. We've come, I keep saying we, I'm with Damien, and then Mercury, I haven't met her yet, but she camped with us last night. She just passed me. We've already come 5.4 miles out of camp this morning. So we are making incredible progress. Having second breakfast. It's my other half of my Snickers bar that I didn't finish this morning for breakfast. But the clouds are starting to roll back over there in the distance. So I think we are gonna get some sun this afternoon, which kind of disappointed by. This, I'm telling you, this weather, I know I keep talking about it, but you just have no idea how much of a relief it is. But yeah, I'll check back in with you at some point later on. So one of the things that I'm having to really unlearn out here is just not to get too far ahead of myself. You know, it is so easy to plan out the next week. So like last night we were talking about, you know, going into Franklin on Monday night and how fun it's gonna be. And then I was just like, well, my mind's been turning, and I was like, what if we do this instead? Maybe we could do that. We get to Nantahala by then and Fontana. And Bryce looked at me and he goes, dude, that is like, that might as well be years away at this point. Like, we've got today and tomorrow, and that's really it. Let's worry about everything else when it gets there. And I was like, Bryce, you're exactly right. Like, I get way too far ahead of myself. So I said, please, like, next time I do that, just ignore me, tell me I'm an idiot, and we'll move on. But I'm having to learn to live more in the present, to live day by day, and to live just more, I don't know. Carefree sounds way like not me, but in a sense, yeah, like carefree, like let things be, let things come. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. The future will get here. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. All right, the sun's starting to come out. We're starting to see some views, which is nice, but it's gonna get hot. So if you can see through the trees right there, that is Standing Indian. So that was about 5,000 feet of elevation. Actually a pretty easy climb, even though that's the highest elevation we've seen by a pretty good amount. But anyway, today's trail is taking us back down that kind of ridge through the trees over there, and then on around to here and back to this point. I'm about 7.5, almost 8 miles into today's hike. And then we'll update you with progress as I keep going. But I think there's a lookout up here that I saw on my Far Out app. So I'm probably gonna stop there, eat some lunch, and then it's another probably 6-ish miles into camp tonight. And again, we will pass the 100-mile mark today. So a lot of motivating factors getting me through today, like the weather, the 100-mile marker, and then we're one day closer to town day. So stay tuned. Here's a way better view of the ridge walk. So Standing Indian is in the middle of the screen, all the way around through there, down into that valley, and back up through here. Appalachian Trail is looking good today. Man alive. So we're at some of the top of these ridges, and mountain laurels are still not in bloom up here. It's pretty funny just how we're still kind of in the early stages of spring up here. And when you get down into normal elevation, I mean, we're dang near in summer. So it's funny how the elevation, even though not like super crazy, makes that much of a difference. All right, so the Appalachian Trail is just really showing off today. I mean, this is just amazing. But anyway, we've come 10 miles-ish so far today. Oh, no, you're good, Songbird. Sorry. No, you're good. I'm glad you made it. But yeah, we've got about 4.4 to go till we hit 100 miles, and then another 7. Well, 4.4 to hit 100, and then 7 till we get to the shelter. But this is just absolutely stunning. All right, so I just got done having lunch at that beautiful overlook and was hanging out with Songbird. She got her trail name because she brought a ukulele on trail, and she played some songs for us last night. Super talented. It just totally makes sense that she is named Songbird. But yeah, just really loving the camaraderie out here. I cannot stress that enough. Just the friendships, the camaraderie that you get on trail. Like it's unlike anything I've ever experienced. Somebody must have had enough of their boots, because they just left them here. They're pretty nice too, actually. But yeah, that's must have been a tough day if you've just got to leave your boots like that behind. But on we go. All right, if you can see that tower right there on top of that mountain, that is the 100-mile marker. I've got to think about 3 miles to go before I get to it, but that will be 100 miles on the AT. Oh yeah, I also found out today who the mysterious teachers were that ran into Punisher, who then ran into me and said, oh, hey, I ran into some people you know. Sorry, the trail goes like that way and that way, I think. But I think it goes up these stairs and not that direction. Okay, anyway, back to the teacher mystery. So, it was actually an old friend of mine from way back in the Camp Watauga days of my youth. Her name is Vanessa Weaver. She actually teaches at Fannin County. But yeah, she's a member of the Church of Christ there, and ran into Punisher yesterday and was like, oh yeah, I know Ralston. So that's who that was. But mystery solved. we can put that baby to bed. But yeah, I wanted to give you guys that update in case you were wondering. So stinking close. 100 miles right there. Today has been great until right now. Just came up that friggin' steep. I've got to go up that. Still friggin' steep. But waiting on me in less than probably 0.1 miles is the 100-mile mark at the fire tower. I can make it. Slowly but surely. 100 miles down, 2,100 to go. Big day. Oh, but long, tiring climb. A big freaking day. I can do anything. All right, so 100 miles on the AT, and this is the view that awaits you. Really a pretty sweet, 100-mile just reward right here. God, I could stay up here forever. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Also, just for reference on what we've done today. So Standing Indian is that little hump over there behind this mountain right here. We started on top of Standing Indian, went all down that ridge way over there, that ridge right there, all the way around to those mountains, continuing along this ridge, keep going. Finally meandering our way, kind of following this Forest Service road, and then down and up through here. The trail came out right there. It's 14 miles so far. We have 2 to go to get to camp. I just don't want to leave. Like, I've got to go down to camp, and I got plenty of time, but I could stay up here, I think, forever. I wonder if this is open for rent right now. Also, those mountains way over there in the distance. That's the Smokies. That's where I'll be probably in a week and a half. Maybe less, I don't know. But yeah, that's what's up next. Well, that was amazing. If that doesn't make you want to hike the whole thing, I don't know what does. Huge morale booster up there. But I also just wanted to mention, I'm so appreciative of every single one of you watching my videos and commenting on my Facebook posts, my Instagram posts. There's a lot of people out here trying to do this, and a lot of them just don't have the support system that I do. A lot of them did it kind of on their own, and parents and friends thought they were crazy, which, I dealt with some of that too. But you guys have really rallied around me, and I just could not be more grateful, because that's not the case for everybody out here. So thank you for the support and the love you guys have shown me so far. It's truly amazing. And so I just wanted to say that, thanks. And it really turned out to be a beautiful, beautiful afternoon hiking. And the great thing about being at the 100-mile mark is it's completely all downhill into Franklin from there. All right, so I made it to Long Branch Shelter. I'm now soaking my feet. They are just toasted after today. But today has by far been the best day on trail. Incredible day, incredible views, incredible people. Just overall, just really, really nice day. Check out this little creek right here, though. This is a great water source for this camp. Got a really great little pool right here. So I'm gonna filter water, wash my dishes. I've already had dinner. a lot of new faces tonight at camp, so meeting a lot of new people, which is a lot of fun. I'm going to probably stay in a shelter again tonight just because I'm super lazy. But yeah, really looking forward to tomorrow. So tomorrow's a town day. We're going into Franklin. We're going to take a zero. We're going to take a Nero tomorrow, which is a near zero day. So we've got 7 miles out to Franklin, and then a zero in Franklin on Tuesday. But yeah, so that's the plan. But yeah, really enjoying it out here. This has been a really cool experience, and I'm only 7 days in, so I can't imagine how much more wild it's gonna get. But yeah, had a really good first 7 days so far, and excited to see where they keep going. All right, so I just got done brushing my teeth, and I'm about to head to bed in the shelter. But yeah, again, plan is to go to Franklin tomorrow and then zero on Tuesday. So I'm pretty excited about it. But as always, thank you guys so much for following along. Always appreciative of the comments, the support. But yeah, and again, shameless plug, don't forget to like and subscribe. Would really appreciate that as well. But yeah, again, thanks for following along, and see you on the trail. But we also have some really cool people here tonight. We have a guy from Toronto, 2 ladies from Pensacola, same crew I've been hiking with, Damien, Songbird, Jordan and Bryce, and then Mercury. She's from New York. Let's see, I think that's about it. Yeah, a lot of really good conversation tonight, and a lot of really cool people. But all right, check back in tomorrow. Hey y'all, this is Ralston here. I'm hiking the AT, not only just for the adventure and the thrill and the fun of hiking the AT, but I'm also hiking for Isaiah 117 House, which is an organization dedicated to helping foster kids at the point of time that they are taken out of their house by the Department of Childhood Services. They have a great place set up for them to be able to go and where they're loved and cared for. And so if you have time today and want to make a donation, visit the link below and it will take you to the donation page. Thank you so much for following along, and thank you so much for supporting Isaiah 117. See you on the trail.